Welcome to the Jordan Banks Show, y'all. I am Jordan Banks, the king of urban podcasts, y'all. I'm here this week again. Nothing gonna stop that, y'all. I love what I'm doing. I love y'all. Hey, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. What everybody else talking about this week. The death of Charlie Kirk. Death of old Charlie. A lot of people were talking about it. I waited to talk about it. I waited a little longer than I might have liked, but I'm glad I did because there are a lot of things that have come out. I'm not the type to really rush to judgment on some things. I do, even though this is like an open, free forum for me, it's like where they do that at. Some things like this, I really do like to do a little research, take my time. I don't rush to any judgment on anything and accuse anybody anything because I don't want to come back the next day and say, oh, what I meant was. So what I'm giving you right here is what I really think, how I really feel. Jordan Banks, the king of urban podcast. So I'm going to get into it. Charlie Kirk, like I said, the death of Charlie Kirk. Let's say this first. I'm so interested and I'm so sick. And I stole my people first, my community. I'm so sick of you Negroes telling other people how they should and shouldn't feel about what happened. First of all, let's stop calling it an assassination, right? They want to pin assassination on this thing. He was murked. You wouldn't call Michael Brown assassinated. You wouldn't say George Floyd was assassinated. Y'all will say everything else because they play this word game. Because really, when people really say assassination, that's like some other level stuff. That's like reserved for presidents, real political leaders and real leaders of the community, people of that sort. This guy was not assassinated. He was murked. And murked by one of his own. I know that's a shock to Nancy Mace, who wanted to come out and scream left, 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 Democrat, 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 trainee, trainee, trainee. I know it shocks Nancy Mace's heart and little soul to find out that allegedly the shooter, Mr. Tyler Robinson, was a Mormon, registered active Republican, clean-cut white boy. I know that's hard for Nancy Mace to swallow. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. I know that's hard for y'all to take. It's hard to make an excuse for white. Oh, maybe it's radicalized by the left. Oh. No, maybe everybody didn't like Charlie. Everybody didn't like little Charlie. Candace Owens, oh, we were best friends. Nappy head, stop. Stop. This is a man who, in his own thought, wouldn't even let you drink out of a fountain after him. If it was up to him, it still would say whites only. Stop. The thing I will say about little Charlie is what I always say. God will not be mocked. Little Charlie said himself that deaths were necessary. See, I agree. I'll quote one of the greatest rappers of all time when he made a little statement, and he said, "We all ignorant to AIDS till it happens to you." See, we're so ignorant about everything until it happens to us. The Latino people were ignorant about their vote until Mima got picked up. Well, Mima was illegal. She had been here for 50 years, whether she was good or not. She wasn't here legally. They're not going to pick up the good folks. Just the bad ones. Oh, they got my husband. He wasn't doing nothing. Just working every day. We all ignorant to AIDS until it happens to you. So little Charlie spoke his death. One of the things I'm so sick of is people telling us we shouldn't be happy. I'm not saying if I was happy or not. But if I am happy, that's how the fuck I feel. If you ain't happy, that's how the fuck you feel. If you want to be a Vikings wide receiver, Jefferson, and you want to go and give his family money to further education, oh, you're doing something, that's your money, good for you. They don't need it though, bruh. Charlie Kirk will take nothing from you. Then you get some of these left people, these people who like to go back and forth with Charlie Kirk because they're making money. You know, some of these white folks, some of these white boys like Dean and Parker, and I like them. They okay. They smart guys, but they're only book smart. They don't know these streaks. They don't know these streaks out here. They book smart. So they gonna crying in 1 minute, then the next day they come back and, oh, this is why I was crying. This is why I was feeling this. This is why I was feeling that. You look like, in the end, y'all white. Y'all stick together. Oh, well, I was in contact with Charlie. Why? Oh, because I disagree with him. But see, that's the problem. See, y'all want to say, oh, nobody should be hurt because of a different opinion. And that's very true. But with little Charlie, it just wasn't about an opinion. This is what he pushed. This is the way he wanted us to live below. See, Charlie was a coward. He's no martyr. He was a little man with little ideals. Probably a little pee-pee, which made him feel this way. He was a little insecure man, a little insecure boy, dropped out of community college, so he targeted professors. And it pisses me off because y'all know it was a white man that did that in Utah. A black man will stick out like a sore thumb in Utah. We what, 1% out there? Probably ain't 3 niggas in that college. If they do, they play football. We know where they at. You niggas are funny. You niggas are funny. So, Mr. Robinson took it upon himself. They know that from some of his writings, he thought not Elon, ooh, boy, my mind. He thought little Charlie was a fascist. See, if anybody was radicalized by something, Mr. Robinson was by that other part of the right. He followed Mr. Fuentes, who was beefing with Kirk. And I guess Mr. Robinson believed what he believed a little more than Lil Kirk. Think about this, y'all. Charlie knew who was out there doing wrong and talking bullshit. He damn near was at an all-white function in an all-white state with a bulletproof vest on. And people will tell you, oh, it's just his kids and his wife. Oh, I just feel sorry. You know what? You know who didn't care about the feelings of their wife and child or children? Was little Charlie. He's sitting there in the bulletproof vest. His wife and kids are there. He's about to turn the subject and blame gang violence, black and brown people, for the gun violence in the country. And right before he can get to it, pop. God will not be mocked. And it will be in his time, which is perfect timing. No matter what you or I think. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. But see, y'all can only remember this stuff when it's something you want to remember when it's against other people. I didn't hate little Charlie. I thought he was a buffoon and an idiot. I thought he did what colonizers do. When they can't really make it in the world amongst those other people, intelligent people in schools and doing these other things, he quits and he goes and rails against the very thing he could not be accepted into. So he found his acceptance in another way. And his way was hate. This man who found Martin Luther King insignificant. He doesn't know why Martin Luther King is this and that. Now you guys want to compare him to Martin Luther King. I almost start speaking in tones right there. White is unbelievable. Y'all, boy. Now, boy. Y'all unfucking believable. All of you. Y'all had stadiums giving moments of silence. What? How about the Minnesota, the senator and her husband? Ain't nobody crashing out about that. Why? Because she believed in rights for everybody? She believed in protecting trannies? What? But you know what this really is? This is America. Over 18,000 people shot this year already. This is America. So it's not so unbelievable. It's not so far-fetched. Didn't they just try to hit the president? Or that's what he leads you to believe? Nobody's safe. I said in my podcast a month ago, because of the rhetoric that's being spewed mainly from the right and from the top with the president, right? Because of the rhetoric, because of what he's doing in his policy, which is the tariffs and a bunch of other crap, immigration, DEI. And people, I said a month ago, people are really going to start to feel the hurt and what these things are really doing and are going to do to people. Give it to this time next year. What he's doing, if you can't block it quick enough, because that's the Project 2025 thing that he knows nothing about. Flood the courts. You do so many executive orders, you can't get to them all. And now the court, he takes away the federal judge's ability to just blanket stop the crap. He says, oh no, you can only cover this part. And somebody has to bring a suit. So they limit it. So the Project 2025 thing is going. But by this time next year, people are really going to be knee deep in hurt and pain. And what are people going to do when they're hurting or pain? But they own guns. They own high-powered guns. They don't even have to be good shots. The technology now says any fool can set on the roof 200 yards away and boom. It's like playing a video game now. But we're one of the only countries in the world that allows a person to have and own these type of guns. If I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. Why? You know, Americans are so proud of this Constitution. that eliminated or left off people, really. Because it was really written for white men. You know, the words are pretty. We can take those words and cover everybody, but that wasn't the original intent. That wasn't the intent of the Constitution. So white woman, fool yourself if you want. That wasn't the intent. Because the original Constitution, Nancy Mace, you wouldn't be sitting in Congress or wherever. You wouldn't be. Marjorie Taylor, you wouldn't be there if the original purpose of the Constitution was held true. But back to little Charlie. As I said before, you have to think about why the Constitution and these things were put in. Because, you know, Americans are generally 6th, 7th grade education. They only know 2 parts of the Constitution. The right to bear arms and free speech. Right? That's all they really know. They really can't get into too much more of it. Right? So you give a bunch of uneducated people guns and the right to say any fucking thing. Great. Then they turn around and call it their God-given right. I don't know if anybody could point to me in the Bible or Quran or any religious book that says it's your right to have a gun. It's your right to be a fool and say whatever you want to do. It's your right to own slaves. It's your right to be an ass. Somebody please point it out to me. Give me that verb. That's Proverbs what? That's Psalms what? Revelations. That maybe it's in Genesis. In the olden days. Please point it out to me. That's your God-given right. For a group of people whose ancestors stole a land. But it's their God-given right. You know, the Constitution was written at a time where you had to be prepared if somebody attacked. You could build a militia quickly. You didn't have refrigerators, so people had to go really, really hunt for food and make it through the winter, things like that. Constitutional things. The country set up by a group of people who actually ran away from religion and said, we want to do what the hell we want to do. I want to worship and praise who I want to, even if it's the devil. So they fled to America. And white folks have such a revisionist. The history is just so, they don't even care no more. I was listening to an interview Trump was doing on Fox, and they asked him, how you can fix America. Trump said he don't care. He don't care. You're right. They're radicalized because of what's happening to them. All right, cuz. That's how you feel, little Donnie. Y'all heartbroken about little Charlie. I'm not heartbroken about little Charlie. I don't think nobody deserves to be murked out by the police, by their own kind. Black on black, white on white, Mexican on Mexican, Mexican on white, black on white. It doesn't matter. Nobody deserves to be murked out. No, we know that. But let's not get it twisted. This is how Charlie wanted to go. This is how little Charlie wanted to go, baby. He got his wish. Am I ever sad to see somebody get what they want? It's like a slave being mad the slave master died. Not unless he's Stephen. And you, Calvin Candy. You niggas unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I'm sorry for all the cussing, y'all. Forgive me, mama. But these folks unbelievable. But again, this is America. This is who we are. I don't like you. I disagree. Wow. And it's not even the disagreement, as I said. It's not what we have a difference of opinion. Like he liked chocolate cake and I prefer vanilla. No, this man tried to push these racist things, laws, beliefs on us, our kids, everybody. It goes beyond just what you hear. And you get these little boys, all these little white boys doing all these little the lefty things, these interviews trying to make everybody look stupid and stuff. And every time you be right. It's a book smart. It's what it is. It's a remembrance thing. But y'all know nothing about these streets. It's just a difference. Lil Dean, Lil Parker. I understand Lil Parker was there when the shots were fired, went running like a bitch. And why you calling Dean if you there running for your life? The fuck Dean gonna do for you? What Lil Dean gonna do? Oh, my friend was there and I just don't like gore. No, you shouldn't have had your fucking reaction live. You should have cut the shit. Come back another day. Really get to know what you're talking about. And then speak. But you're a kid still. And I understand that you're a fucking kid. Doesn't matter how many followers you got. How many clicks you get. You're a kid. Who has a show that gets off on making other dumbass white people look even dumber. And oftentimes trying to speak for black people. And I'd be like, And I ain't mad at the little kids. Y'all got a good little format. That's great. Let's keep it fucking real. Charlie Daniels heard that white man was gone. You ain't had that much fucking emotion for nobody else. You ain't had none of that emotion. It's good money for you. That's why you're mad Charlie gone. You hate he gone. Because you can't get your left against right. Because, see, y'all have a platform that's built on being an antagonist. See, you guys won't even let people that agree with you up on your platform. We're taking calls from Trump supporters today. That's why when I open up my format, people say, man, yo, you the only person that let me come on and talk. Yeah, because it's not just about some antagonizing shit. That's division. But you guys have built the show on, I'm only letting up Trump supporters and make them look goofy because they goofy. Get it together. And I say, Charlie, there's power in these words that you say. Charlie said it's necessary. It's acceptable to have some gun debts to keep the Second Amendment rights. I agree with you, Charlie. I agree with you in how you thought of it. I don't agree with you in what it really meant. So I ain't putting that karma in the fucking air for me. You're an idiot. You died an idiot. You died a coward. And I say that again because you put your wife and kids in danger every day with that. You're sitting up there with a bulletproof vest on in white ass Utah, still talking shit, but you feel the need for all the security and a vest. And people say, oh, it's wife and kids. Charlie knew that. She knew that. So you got House Speaker, MAGA faggot Mike Johnson. He wants to hold a moment of silence. It's the most ridiculous fucking thing. He won't hold a moment for other people who passed. House MAGA faggot Mike. Yeah, I said it. See, that's how we used to talk. That's how I'm going to talk. Y'all saying what y'all want. I'm going to say what I want. Because, see, Y'all tired of the niceness. I am too. So Trump comes out and he addresses the nation from from the Oval Office. As if he's about to announce we're going to World War III. You know, this is stuff you don't do for these type of people in that setting from that room. Even when Barack Obama announced that guy being lied, he didn't do it from the fucking Oval Office. He walked his ass out to a podium like a man and said, we got him. We got him. Trump want to sit in the Oval Office like this, like a motherfucking king, if somebody just got assassinated. Motherfucker didn't get assassinated anyway. He got murked. Motherfucker was gone before he hit the ground. The way them hands and feet rolled up in. He was gone. Crazy. But see, part of the problem is a lot of what Trump doing. Where it is on the streets, they had gotten rid of Special Agent Saeed. Now, Special Agent Saeed was a career FBI agent who was promoted to the head of the Utah offices. They got rid of her about 2 weeks ago because said she didn't fit the role. She didn't fit the role, Saeed. So you know she wasn't a white woman and she wasn't a white man. They tried to send her down to a little place in Alabama. She said, fuck y'all. I quit. So you had that gone. And see, they weren't even going to find the person. His family turned him in. They was running all over themselves trying to get some shit. Even the fucking governor of Utah, who was really trying to call for some calm, but even he said himself, he was praying it was an immigrant that did it. I can end the fucking show right there. This motherfucker, you the head of the government in Utah, and you praying the immigrant had did this. Why? What difference? Really, what difference does it make what the person was that did it? Black, white, German, Japanese. See, you want a reason to hate people. But in these instances, you never get it from minorities. This is what colonizers do. You guys have been doing it since the beginning of time. Dad and sleeping with your mamas. So yeah, Special Agent Saeed was let go. Wonder what a difference it would have made. So now you got these crackpot people like Representative Luna trying to push Congress and trying to push them to put a statue of Lil Charlie in the halls of Congress. My God, Representative Luna, he didn't even like your kind. Oh, he helped me win the race. Yeah, because I guess he said there's nobody else. And if you're willing to sell out your own fucking people to do what the fuck I said, okay. You want a statue? You want to compare him to MLK? Somebody who couldn't understand MLK's mission, couldn't understand MLK's selfless mission, who really gave to a cause and wasn't afraid to look over that mountain. He knew it was coming. Charlie is totally surprised in some ways because, like I say, he had a bulletproof vest on, so he knew something could pop off at any time, even with his wife and kids there, but he didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't love them enough. See, y'all ain't scared to say that quiet thing out loud, neither am I. Representative Luna's an idiot. Then you got us again, this nigga, Dr. Umar. He tries to call out his community. He's calling out his community for celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk. This nigga, he ain't even fucking worth the time. Another compromised nigga. Parading as a doctor. You a doctor of thugonomics? Nigga, stop. You can't fucking call out nobody. As I said, if a motherfucker want to celebrate the passing of Charlie, they can. Motherfuckers celebrated the passing of Jesus, the passing of King, the passing of Malcolm X. They gonna celebrate the passing of your monkey ass. They can do that. This America, right? That's their God-given right. Right? Can't be mad at somebody for celebrating. If somebody celebrated my mama's death, what the fuck I'm gonna do about it? Maybe they happy. Maybe they owe her $5 when she died. I don't know. Who cares? Who the fuck are you to tell somebody not to celebrate X, Y, and Z? Nigga, somebody want to have a fucking party over it? Oh, well, oh, fucking well, you go cry. Nigga. I hate these stupid niggas, man. They want to be smart ass niggas. Him and Stephen A. Another compromised ass nigga. Man, I don't even know why niggas get you out of time. Man, I want to give you, man. Them two dumbass niggas, fully compromised. I done waste my shit. See, y'all got me that upset. I'm wasting my drink. But, anyway. No harm, no foul. You niggas is something. Charlie Kirk would have thought of you guys as uppity niggas. Some imaginative niggas. Let's keep it funny. You uppity, imaginative niggas. Too much. So now, HBCUs have to go into hide and lockdown because a white Mormon Republican murked Charlie. What that got to do with us? This was not an HBCU school. Great, but as I say, they always gonna bring it back to us. You know, whiteness won't allow them to say they wrong. A lot of them in power won't allow them to say, "No, hold up now, we wrong, goddamn. We need to just call an end for violence. How about this? We need to pass some effective gun laws. How about we just need to take them fucking type of guns? How about take the guns fucking period?" But HBCUs, no less than 8, had to go into lockdown because of threats of retaliation. Why? Why we being threatened? Because Charlie got murked. He wasn't assassinated. He was murked. But y'all do know other shit went on that day. You do know 3 kids were shot in Denver. I know they ain't pulled the flags down for them. They go half staff, quarter way, couple inches, nothing. Stephen A. ain't shed no tears, and Lil Dean ain't shed no tears over them. Dr. Umar ain't saying nothing about that. Snoop ain't saying shit, goddamn. Where Nelly at when you need him? Underlay, nigga. Underlay. That don't matter. Them kids ain't nobody. Shit, ain't. Where's the cry? For the other 18,000 people, where's the cry? But you really know why Republicans are trying to keep up this facade of really caring about Charlie, and he gone, and we just gonna keep talking about him and blaming it on the left and black folks, and we gonna blame Barack Obama for it, goddamn. You know why they keep doing it? Because that inflation report is out. It's coming out. and it's coming out hot and heavy. It's bad news for him. We ain't forgot about Epstein either, nigga. See, they'll run this Charlie thing. They gonna try to run it to the ground. It ain't gonna work though. We still know about Epstein, the inflation, jobs. That report ain't look good. Trump sitting there at a 911 ceremony looking like he don't want to be there. He said, you heard over Charlie? He done moved on. Hey, you see they building that new ballroom in the White House? Gonna be something. Yeah. See, they know that inflation report coming hot and heavy. Job numbers out. Epstein. They know it. So they gonna push Charlie. Whew. Other things are going on in the world. Even without Charlie, y'all, guess what? Life gonna fucking continue to life. Guess what? The light company ain't stopped charging me on the day Charlie got murked. You know, food wasn't free the day Charlie got murked. Rent still due even though Charlie got murked. Life will continue to life. God makes no mistakes. And guess what? While Russian drones continue to fly through Poland and the Polish prime minister say we closer to World War III than we've ever been. Even though Charlie got murked. So, life will continue to life. I can't even say rest in peace. I don't do that, Charlie. I'm out.